I'm Amie Taylor with Yoga for Life, and today I want to show you a very simple hip release. And all you need to have is something to lie on that's comfortable under your back and a wall. So bring yourself close to the wall. You don't have to have your hips right up against the wall. You want to just have it so that your pelvis is completely flat and stable on the ground, not tilted. Turn yourself around, bring your legs up. Take a minute here to find your breath and relax into your breath. Really connect to it. Noticing if you're using a lot of work up here in your neck or in your upper back, chest area to inhale. And if you notice that, try and find a little bit more of a releasing, falling feeling in your exhalation. Like the breast tendency is kind of falling out of this upper back and shoulder area, and more coming into the belly. Imagine there's two little balloons here in these hip creases, and that as you're breathing, these little balloons inflate equally front to back, side to side, and as you exhale, it deflates. Bring your hands onto the front of the hips here where you can feel the bones of the pelvis. And then with easy breathing and no forcing, just allow your left leg to come up and drop over your right leg. You can start with your other leg too. Notice if the pelvis shifted. We want to move the femur. We want to keep the pelvis nice and quiet. After a few breaths, just allow the leg to fall down wherever that range of motion will take it. Again, without the pelvis. And you can keep your hands here so you can really feel what's happening. If you come to here, perfect. Wherever you come to. No forcing. Notice here what's happening to the outside of the ankle. Notice if something like this is happening. And if it is, just try and keep an element of integrity through the outside of the ankle, so that as we're releasing here, we're releasing the outside of the hip, not of your ankle. Back to the balloons, inflating and deflating the balloons. And then when you're ready, just allowing that knee to move towards the wall and then release. Again, move towards the wall and release. Be sure that your shoulders, your upper back, your neck is all very quiet. And there's no extra energy going into doing this small range of motion here. Let it be very pure here within this joint. Keep your breath fluid. And then if it's available to you, feel like doing it, go a little deeper. And you can bend, bring the sole of the foot onto the floor, and breathe into the outside of the hip. Again, be sure that everything else is nice and quiet. Your breath is easy, and the pelvis is stable on the floor. Lengthen your leg back up the wall. Take a moment, pause before you go to the other side. To come down, bend your knees, roll to the side. Have a breath here before you come up. You don't want to get too dizzy. And then bring yourself up. So it's the same range of motion that we use in cross-legged, tree pose, pigeon pose, and a lot of yoga poses. So it's a really interesting place to explore what is available and whether or not you're holding tension through your jaw and through your breath when you do it. So have fun exploring, and I can be found on Facebook.